All right. Hey, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Trading Bitcoin with your host, Tom Vays. This has to be a very quick stream because I am off to the airport. I am flying out from Sao Paulo to Rio. So let me know if there's any audio or video issues, and we're going straight to the charts. And I'll do my best to keep this under 10 minutes. The month has concluded, and it is a super bad sign. We have closed below the intermediate moving average. That has only happened about 3 times in the past, and each time it led to a move down to the long-term moving average. The long-term moving average on this chart is the 50-month moving average. The intermediate is the 20. It has done it every single time. Here is the prior time, the first time we closed below the 20 period moving average, and we went down to 50, not once, but twice. And then it happened again right here. And that was in 2018. And we crashed very quickly down to the 50 period moving average from 6,000 to 3,000, a 50% correction. Over here, we also fell approximately 50%, exactly 50%. And the same thing occurred here from 6,000 down to 3,000. That was another 50% move to close out the bear market. The third time this happened was right here. We had just avoided the close, and then we ended up closing there, but within the same candle, we fell 42%, so almost 50. And here we are again. And as you can see, a move from the current area to the 50 period moving average is another 42%. I don't really like the fact that this has been so perfect and so obvious. And whenever things are perfect and obvious, they never work out that way. So if everyone is anticipating a move down to these lows, it's unlikely that it will happen. But I would say very few people are anticipating a move all the way down to the $22,000, $23,000. Very few are. And if I had to choose which is the best way to get there, we have the fastest way to get there, as it happened in 2020. We have an intermediate way to get there based on time. Sorry, guys, I have to sneeze. So this was the fastest way to get there. It happened within a single monthly candle. This took place over a 2-month period. And the one all the way back in 2014 took 1, 2, 3, 4 months to get there, followed by, another 7 months of hanging out at the moving average, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 months at the moving average. Even you can say 9, as it was still touching that moving average on the 9th month in the beginning of the month. If I have to choose which one I'd rather see, the same one that happened in March 2020. I'd rather have the pain over with very, very quickly than have it dragged out. Now, the advantage to having it drag out like in 2015 is that you have lots of time to buy the dip. The disadvantage is that it's very demoralizing. The fastest way that it can happen, like in 2020, is of course it's more painful. A lot more hedge funds will implode, and you don't have the time to buy the dip. It happens too quickly. You don't have time to think about it. But it's over quickly, and those people that have a lot of Bitcoin don't have to, live in a cardboard box. So, yeah, I would prefer the quick pulling of the Band-Aid and just get there versus the dragged out process. And we will see where it goes. And like I said, whenever something is obvious, it doesn't tend to happen. But then because it's obvious and people don't think it's going to happen, it does happen. And this is the dilemma when it comes to long-term trading and investing, just like short-term trading and investing. The weekly chart, we have a new, just like we have a new month, we have a new week. It's convenient when the month ends on a Sunday. Every single candle flips over. And we just had a full candle below the long-term moving average, the short-term moving average. The long-term's down there on a weekly scale. The last time that happened was right here. This was the week of February 21st. This candle happens to mark the low. We rallied on, Russia being sanctioned news because that's supposed to be good for Bitcoin because Bitcoin could be used as a cross-border payment. But it was mostly hype news. Russia isn't really adopting Bitcoin and the original trend took control. And now the support on the weekly scale is also the long-term moving average, which also sits at the $22,000 area. Our allocation chart, I did not take on any short trades. And here we are. We are sitting with all three moving averages below each other in sequence, though the price is not below them. So that is a single bullish point out of about 10 or 20 combinations that I care about. And only one is bullish because all these moving averages are declining and they're all in successive order. The moment, if this candle goes up a little bit, it gets rejected by the intermediate term moving average and then starts to go down, that becomes a very high probability short trade. And once again, I would consider taking on a 20 to 30% bearish position, but it's more likely I would just wait a few more months and try to time the perfect dip. Before I go on to the daily chart, the financial summit is a go in the Dominican Republic, August 1st to 6th. The COVID and COVID restrictions in the Dominican Republic are pretty low, which is why we chose Dominican Republic. So come and join us. This entire castle has been rented out for our financial summit. This event here in Brazil has been absolutely excellent. I really enjoyed the Crypto Minds event. This is one of the few times I can say that I will be back next year. I very rarely commit to a conference a year in advance, but I will be back next year. And hopefully my life will be a little less stressful next year. And I will take an entire month off and travel the Amazon after with my next trip to Brazil. So definitely, I mean, the whole event was in Portuguese. Next year, there's going to be a lot more English. I was the only, I was one of two English speaking speakers here. But next year, there will be more. And I had an absolutely great time. So definitely put this on your calendar. You'll have an awesome time. Okay, and my next trip is London after Panama. Don't forget Panama, guys. I will be heading to Panama. If you're near Panama, you really want to take the flight. Find a cheap flight to Panama, stay for one night, Saturday, come in Saturday afternoon, leave Sunday. You will not regret it. Okay, daily chart. Daily chart has broken multiple critical supports between the supporting upwards trending trend line and the prior swing low. We are being held by a thread with the MRI support line. I don't have much confidence that the MRI support line will hold and has permanently bounced the price. I will only change my mind on the daily chart of Bitcoin being bullish is if we break both moving averages and these moving averages avoid death cross once again. We had a golden cross here, but in about a week or two, if the prices stay this low, they'll cross back over. So Bitcoin needs to rally above 42,000 and it needs to get there within a week or two in order to reclaim the bullish trend, and it will still struggle to break the 200-day moving average. We need some serious positive bullish news or a lot of speculation. But for now, I will continue to believe in this downwards arrow, maybe not believe it to the point of entering short positions, but certainly people are asking for my moving average settings. On a daily chart, they are 50, 128, and 200. On a 4-day Consensio chart, they are I think this has to be a 4 because a 3 will not allow me to have these 3 dots. I'm sorry, this is a 3 because I don't have the 3 dots. It's a 3, it's a 9, and it's a 30. So that should be what it says. Yep, 3, 9, and 30. And you saw my my weekly are down here. They are the 9, the 50, and the 200. All right, short-term chart, I don't have time to get into. Traditional markets are still closed. GBTC premium seems to have disappeared. That's not good. Let me refresh the chart. There it is. GBTC premium isn't doing well because of too many consecutive days in a row. I still think GBTC premium will rally as the price rallies. Oil, I remain bullish. Gold, I remain bullish, but I don't like the way this week opened. People are asking me, why am I bullish on gold? Well, technical analysis is why I'm bullish on gold. Why am I bearish on Bitcoin? Well, technical analysis. That's the reason why I'm bearish on Bitcoin. It's about TA. Gold broke out above its prior swing high and pretty much reached a double top, which to me is an overall bullish scenario. You can see the stock market is very correlated with Bitcoin. Today is Monday, the futures are open, but not the cash market. So we wait on the cash market. And finally, I want to glance at, it's funny, someone in the comments is saying, Tone was bullish at the top, ha ha ha, he's an idiot on NASDAQ, bullish at the top. But I've been bullish at every top. I've been bullish at this top and this top and this top and this top and every single week of a top. And I was very bullish at this top right here as we went all the way to up 250%. And I was less bullish at this top because of the MRI top, but I was still bullish. And I was bullish all through this dip. And I remain bullish today on the NASDAQ, even if we take a dip, right? So it's funny how people say you were bullish here, but they forget about the 5 years that I was bullish as NASDAQ went up 300%. Well, most gloom and doom newsletters every single week, it's a bubble, it's at a top, it's a bubble, it's at a top. I know I was wrong, but it's a bubble, it's at a top. And they're right about once every 3 years, and I'm right, 900 times over 3 years, right? And of course, I'll be wrong, but I'll be wrong a small percentage of the time. And finally, I just want to look at the Russian ruble and the US dollar. So the US dollar is at a very historic top right now based on MRI. We have a monthly, a weekly, a daily MRI. And until these tops are broken, I will continue to anticipate a bigger pullback. And I know I'm wrong in that pullback if the price goes to a new high. And finally, because I do have to get packing for the airport, I want to look at the Russian ruble. And there it is. It is sitting at very critical support. And this is ruble, 70 rubles per dollar, which is incredible. It is not only stronger than when Russia entered Ukraine, which was February 24th. I should have a line there. February 18, February 21, February 23, February 24, right here. This is when Russia entered Ukraine. And this is where we are now. So the ruble is about to go to a multi-year strength, which is insane. And it tells you the price of the currency, basically tells you where we are. But there is a daily MRI bottom coming tomorrow. So tomorrow, the ruble could certainly devalue based on MRI, but on a weekly scale, it still has plenty of room. It still has several weeks to go. You can see how on a weekly scale, the ruble, this is the strengthening of the ruble. And from this moment of the MRI, it started to weaken, and we're about to break these lows. We have on a weekly scale, there's the close. We're sitting right on it. That's the weekly low close. And if I extend this backwards, oh, look at that. Once again, the MRI is, wow, look how perfectly the weekly MRI has called the Russian ruble. The top in March of 2020, the lowest devaluation prior to recent events. And the last time the ruble had closed this low was June 2020. But this is the pandemic stuff, right? The strengthening of the ruble here during the pandemic. I mean, it's absolutely incredible. That's all you can say. All right, I have to leave it here. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to read over the website for the Financial Summit. Watch this video. This is our promo video. It is different than the 30-second video that plays at the top. This video with audio actually, talks about and explains the event. So check it out. Really cool video from the last one we had. All right, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all on the next one. Bye, guys.